Hey guys, we're back and we're really excited because this is a video we've been looking forward to for a really long time. We get to show some really awesome stuff that we've not shown you yet and not shown anyone yet. Let's dive into it and check it out. Okay, we're here, really excited to show you guys some of these really awesome projects, and we're gonna start with the Kraken. We've kind of brought something new into that project and made some really neat animals. Let's look at them. We have two really awesome animals here from the Kraken project, which the Kraken project, that name has kind of become a catch-all for everything in this weird Wookiee black pastel, GHI yellow, everything kind of in that little network. We've named the Kraken because we don't even know what's in the original Krakens yet. They turned out so wild. But these two animals actually gave us a lot of insight into what is kind of at play in that project. So what we have here is a visual and a het, a clown and a het clown of the same, basically the same animal. So this is Wookiee, black pastel, yellow belly, red stripe. And just check out the sides on that thing. So dark and so deep, you can really see how that plays into the project. Now, one of the questions I had was exactly what is it going to look like if you take GHI out of the Kraken project completely, and what we ended up with is this really, really amazingly red, bright animal. This is the Wookiee black pastel, yellow belly, red stripe clown. And its color is just absolutely amazing. It's much, much more red than any of the other animals I made from this project. I had made a couple animals that were similar without red stripe, but just the redness of that is so beautiful. So in my opinion, from the Kraken, if you guys remember back and followed the videos, the Kraken 2.0 is basically this plus GHI. And so we were able to see now some of the steps that go into it. And even though we haven't actually bred the visual Krakens yet to get their genetics exactly, we're kind of able to kind of deconstruct backwards exactly what's in them. These are two really neat animals for that project. The next two animals are from a really up and coming project. And this has kind of been a no-brainer now for about 5 years almost. Everybody has known that the DG clown stuff is going to be the next level of clowns because it just makes every clown combo even better. These are two that we just recently hatched. We actually have a few that we're waiting to shed that we're going to make a whole separate video just about DG clowns because there's some crazy stuff coming. This is the spot nose DG clown, and it was first actually made by David Suarez over in Indonesia. He made the first one of these animals. It is absolutely epic. He named it the Persia, which is honestly such an awesome name. Just the contrast. What I love about Desert Ghost is it leaves the blacks. It makes all the alien heads and the side patterns so bright. And so it just gives you this amazing, clean, contrasted animal. Absolutely incredible. Now the big difference is if you look at one of the siblings here, this is a yellow belly Desert Ghost clown. And just look how orange it is compared to the spot nose. The spot nose actually kind of mutes the oranges in clown, but the yellow belly accentuates them, brings them up so you can really see the difference between them. Check out the sides on that though. Definitely a really strong yellow belly pattern on that belly. Extremely bright. This one also could be red stripe. I don't think it is. The red stripe really shows it, especially in yellow belly, really accentuates some of those red and rusty features. We're working hard on the DG clown stuff because it's so epic and so future. We're actually putting into a lot of other stuff too, like the hypos and the G-stripes and all that really long-term stuff that was just going to be years and years and years of work and a lot of fun along the way. The next two were not on schedule. They actually both went into shed earlier this week, but they are actually just as good in shed. A little bit different color, but the shed almost brings out the pinks even more. These are the next level of the Starburst project. So the Starburst, that whole project is from the Enchi Leopard Lavender, which we've shown that several times on this channel, but this is adding Orange Dream into the mix. So this one is Orange Dream, Enchi, Yellow Belly, Lavender. You can just see the pinks on the back of that animal. It is amazing. And this is one of the hardest combos to actually show on video because it seems like the cameras really don't know exactly what they're looking at as far as this color palette. It is so cool. And then of course this is the Starburst with OD. So this is just adding that Orange Dream effect into the same pattern and color from the Starburst. It actually makes it much more pink. It's turning much brighter, much faster. And yeah, really love this. We'll bring you a post-shed video of these two because they are just as cool in a very different way after shed. So here is an update finally to the Redhead project. We have just made our first Redhead clowns of the year, and we finally got the Redhead Batman that we've been looking for so long. So these are actually two redhead het clowns. We have this really crazy OD fire redhead het clown, but it's got this weird paradox thing. It's like only half of the head is really showing the pattern, and you have these weird spots on it where the normal is kind of coming through. A very interesting animal. This is one of the best parts of the redhead project. Is just the crazy stuff it does to the backs of the heads of these animals. This is leopard spot-nose fire redhead het clown. So a 4-gene het clown. And I just love the leopard spot-nose redhead. It's such a cool animal. We showed it off a lot on the very first time we did the redhead video and showed that off, and I was so excited about making the Batman version of the redhead. Well, I'm glad to tell you that we can actually finally show you the actual redhead Batman. It turned out really weird and really cool. Let's check that out. So here is the OD redhead Batman, and it is absolutely cool, definitely weird. I did not know what to expect. Really cool redhead, type head on that. But the real difference is this kind of almost tri-stripe kind of weird pattern there towards the body as it comes down in these really dark, heavy marks with a nice kind of chocolate brown stripe. The bright sides has these like little tunnels almost. They're kind of like dug out of the back stripe. That is really, really cool. It kind of shows almost that it's like it doesn't want to know whether or not it wants to be a stripe. As it comes down here, it starts getting these little tunnels in, and then it starts to completely break up and just disappear into almost nothing, just into a single stripe. So from a double to a single with a lot of really cool pattern in between. Very unique animal. This ended up being a girl, so we'll grow her up and see what the next level is. Just to show you compared to a regular Batman. So here's a side-by-side of the redhead Batman with a fire Batman as a clutch mate. You can see the difference between them. OD redhead Batman, fire Batman. You can see the difference in pattern there. This one is very much two-striped all the way around, very color uniform, where this one has a lot of weirdness going on, a lot of different stuff. Definitely a unique angle on it, and we're gonna keep playing with this and see what other cool stuff we can make. We have a couple other really awesome redhead clown, including a blackhead redhead clown actually that's incubating right now. So we'll work on those and bring it to you later. All right, so the last one for this video is this wacko snake right here. So this wild snake really threw me for a loop when it hatched, because we knew there was a potential for ivories in the clutch because it was a freeway clown clutch, but this was clearly different than an ivory. It almost looked like a pied, and the white was just so pure white. I thought, well, maybe somehow both parents were het pied. It looks like a clown pied, or a special clown pied even, which is what I've been dreaming about, a special clown pied for a while. But what we have here is an ivory. It's just paradoxed. And what that's allowing us to see is through the paradox, and we can see some of the pattern that would be hiding underneath typically. What we can see hiding underneath is that this animal is actually a spot-nose confusion clown. It could also be hiding fire and leopard and a few other things, but it makes a lot of sense. It actually has that whole spot-nose confusion clown head, which you can see really clearly there. It's very cool. And then with one little bit of really awesome pattern as well to go off of. What a really cool boy. And so we get to find out in a few years exactly what else he could be hiding, but I was just blown away by how awesome this snake is, and it is absolutely power-packed. All right, guys, that's it. Actually, though, we are hiding one more big thing. We're gonna bring it to you right before the show next Wednesday. It was just too big and too special to actually cram it into this video, so make sure you tune in next Wednesday. We can't wait to bring you all